All right. Samaj Carr,
Consent.
all right, and unless I'm mistaken, that closes everything out on page 1. All right, moving on to page 2. Colquitt is off. Mr. Deweese we'll talk to in a minute. Jamal Edge,
Consent.
okay. And Azarian Elliott,
Consent.
all right. So that leaves just Mr. Deweese on the calendar. All right, Cedric Evans,
Judge, he was offered a consent. He didn't accept, so that'll be a full hearing.
okay. Got it. All right, Michael Gray is already reset. Hightower is assume who Ms. Sexton just talked to.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put him down. He's just conference. Hudson is Ms. Porter's. I believe that's gonna be a plea. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, we're
All right.
signed up, we're waiting for condition.
All right, Jacoby Jones is the probation motion. We'll talk to him in a minute. McClinton is a warrant. Ross Miller.
Consent.
Okay. All right, Yolanda Owens is off. Justin Quick is off. Whitney Smith. We found out while we were off record, we had a conference back in the back and realized that Whitney Smith has felony charges pending upstairs. And so instead of, and I believe Ms. Sexton said that if that's the case, she's not going to move to withdraw from the dead docket. We'll wait and see what Superior Court does, but we will put it on the next competency calendar whenever that may be. Is that correct? We're good?
That's 100% correct.
All right, so I'm gonna mark off our original, and so I'm just gonna put wait and see. Okay. Kenneth Stowe is a warrant. Keon Turner is a warrant. It's a pretrial. Hood is here at the table. I had a walk-in that was unexpected, I believe a Mark Wingfield. Back here, that's fine. Just leave him back there for a minute. We'll figure out what's going on with him. His case, as I understand it, is 23 SR 664. He was completely unexpected to be here today, and we're going to try to figure out what to do with him. All right, is there anybody who I did not call? Everybody's good? Okay, let's do Mr. Carvajal's hearing first, because I don't believe that's going to take very long. We're just going to put up the defense side. And then we're going to probably reset it to next Thursday, but really what I'll just need is for Ms. Sexton to just, if it's okay, we'll just let her informally tell us, Mr. Carvajal, once she gets in touch with her victim advocate, what the state's position is. And obviously, if they consent, y'all can send me an order. If they deny and would like the opportunity to put evidence up, then we'll come back. And obviously, if they deny, but they're just fine with me making the decision, then I'll just make the decision. But we'll do that through communications off record. Okay. All right. Perfect. All right. So let's start there. So the court is officially calling the state of Georgia versus Brian Hood. It's a battery family violence. Mr. Carvajal is here representing the defense, and Ms. Sexton's here representing the state. It's your motion, so you have the floor, and just make certain that that's Terry's mic right there that's sitting on your table, so don't cover it.
Thank you, Judge. I'm here with Mr. Hood for a motion for modification. Just a little background, Mr. Hood is a 30-year veteran of the Clayton County Fire Department. He retired from there. This is the only thing that he's ever had on his record. So I just wanted to put this on, as background. According to the officer report, they were dispatched out to their home, to Mr. Hood and Miss Rebecca Hood's home, on a domestic call, and that there was an argument, that there was Mr. Hood was fixing a computer or something, and he had knocked off a metal cup, like a Stanley cup or that type of cup that allegedly hit Miss Hood, Miss Rebecca Hood. She called police, and it was her intention for police to just calm down the situation. I do have an affidavit from Miss Hood for your review, but her intention was to calm down, to have the police just calm down the situation, not realizing that when a domestic is called, that 9 times out of 10 somebody's going to jail, with a domestic call. So I have the affidavit from Miss Rebecca Hood. I also have here a letter from Jabbok Ministries, where Brian Hood, Mr. Hood, has started counseling for, anger management and all that stuff. But if I could come up for
Yes, come on.
review. But in that affidavit, Miss Rebecca Hood states that it was never her intention for Brian to be arrested. She does want to have contact. They have children, they have grandchildren, they have things, they're married, they've been married for 6 months. Oh, I'm sorry, they've been married for 6 months, they're newly married, but they're still married, they want to remain married, they want to live together. She came to our office to do that affidavit on her own accord, and let us know that she does want to have contact with him. The ultimate goal for her is to not have this prosecuted, but for right now, we're just asking for no violent or harassing contact. Thank you. We're just asking for the bond condition to be changed to no violent or harassing contact while we deal with this matter.
Okay. And I read the statement from the named victim that you passed up, and I also read the update from, is it Jabbok Ministries? Okay. All right, perfect. Anything else that you want to put on the record on that?
No, I don't believe so, Judge.
Let me just confirm. I heard you say no prior family violence cases.
No, he doesn't have anything on his record. I believe he may have had something in Florida for a fight when he was in high school, but that's literally, there's nothing on his record.
Okay, perfect. Anything else?
No, Judge.
All right. And Ms. Sexton, I'm aware that you need access to your victim advocate. You don't have that at this moment. Do you wish to put anything on the record before we
The only
adjourn?
thing I'd like to put on the record is, I'm not sure whether the state has been given a copy of the victim's affidavit or the ministry's information. So I'm sure that
Sure.
we can get that. That's not a
And
problem.
with your permission, I was gonna ask if we could make a copy.
That's, sounds like a great idea. And that's why we have the copy machine in the courtroom. So the bailiffs will help you and that'll be fine.
And then the state just wants to confer with all victim advocates, but short of that,
Okay.
confirming these people are married, confirming they live together.
All that. Okay. Well, then I'll just put that we've technically done half the hearing. And what we'll do is we'll move our next line of communications to offline. We'll communicate via email or, whatnot. Get the state's official position. If the state consents, then I'll just ask you to email me over an order, Mr. Carvajal. If they oppose, you know what? Let's just hedge our bets. Let's go ahead and just put it on whatever 2 weeks from today is, just to be careful, and that always have an next court date. So
Sure.
that's what Judge Studdard taught me. Always have an next court date. So
Otherwise it falls between the cracks.
otherwise, a couple of years from now, we'll be like, what were we doing with that? So that way we have an next court date, but we may not need to come to that court date, sir. So that's the goal, is if we can work it out amongst ourselves, I'll sign the order. You'll be released from that court date. And if not, then we'll come back. We'll finish it up on the record.
Yep.
Does that cover everybody's bases?
So,
Okay. All right. If you think of anything else, let me know. So if you two will sign this reset with the bailiffs here in just a minute, and then we'll communicate later amongst the three of us by email as to what y'all's position is and what you want done. Okay, that's it. Thank you all very much.
And that other order for the first offense, that's going to be taken care of.
Yes, he said he'd take care of that. So,
Okay.
okay. So I'll just put that we did the first half of the hearing. Completed.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I was going to.
Have you had a chance to meet you ready on that? All right, Miss Porter, you come on. All right, we're gonna do Miss Porter's case next, because that takes care of Mr. Carbajal, and then this will get Miss Porter out of here. I believe that's my last attorney. Any other attorneys? Okay, we're good. All right, Robert's doing his thing. Thank you, Robert. Great job. Okay, so there's two mics in front of you all. One is Miss Terry's and the other is the one for all of us to be able to hear you. So, ma'am, if you will nice and loud and clear, state your full name for me.
Sky Hudson.
All right, Ms. Hudson, you were here today on 4 cases. The order of sentencing and the order we'll be discussing them are 25 SR 0691. That's case number 1. 25 SR 0914. That's case number 2. 25 SR 0915. That's case number 3. And then case number 4 is 25 SR 0916. Raise your right hand for me, ma'am. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I confirm.
All right, take your hand down. Ms. Hudson, we're here today officially for the state's motion to revoke bond. But your attorney has negotiated this plea on these pleas on these 4 cases. Is that what you want to do, is enter these pleas on these 4 cases and close them?
Yes, attorney. Yes, judge. It is.
That's okay. All right, we're good. I'm holding up this attorney and defendant plea rights waiver that Ms. Porter has passed up to me. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, I do.
Are these your initials next to each of the lines on page 1?
Correct, they are.
Page 2?
Correct, they are.
Is that your signature?
It is, sir.
Did you sign and initial this document after reviewing it fully with your attorney?
Yes, that is true.
And did you understand everything that's on it?
Yes, I understood.
Are there any questions, ma'am, that I can answer for you about anything anywhere on this document?
No, there's no questions.
All right. And Ms. Porter, since I didn't read out the big rights I normally do at the beginning of other court dates, did you review this document fully with your client?
I have not.
And are you confident that she understands all the information that's on it?
She does, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So, Ms. Hudson, have you had all the time to speak with Ms. Porter about all aspects of all of your cases?
Yes, sir, I have.
Are you satisfied with the job she's done on your behalf?
I am.
Do you understand that you have the right to a jury trial on each of these 4 cases?
Yes, she
And-
did tell me.
All right, and that by entering these pleas, there will be no trials on any of your cases and all of your cases will be closed.
Right, correct.
Okay. Any questions for me, Ms. Hudson, about anything before I talk to your attorney?
No.
All right, Ms. Porter, starting with the first case, 25 SR 0691, do you stipulate that there is a factual basis to support count 1, this reckless driving charge from 4/16/25 here in Spalding County,
I do, Your Honor.
as well as count 2? Is there a factual basis to support a no-low plea on the suspended license charge?
There is.
Ms. Hudson, are you 21 years of age or older?
Yes, I am.
Have you used a no-low on anything in the last 5 years?
No.
All right, and are you asking, do you wish to enter a guilty plea to count 1, that's the reckless driving that your attorney stipulated to the factual basis on?
Yes.
And do you wish to enter a no-low plea to count 2, the suspended license charge?
Yes.
All right, that closes out case 1, 25 SR 691, for factual basis purposes. Moving on to case 2, 25 SR 0914. Do you stipulate to the factual basis, Ms. Porter, that the driving without a valid license from 5/4/25 here in Spalding County,
I can still stipulate.
as well as count 2, the false name charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hudson, do you wish to enter a guilty plea to that driving without a valid license charge,
Yes, I do.
as well as count 2, the false name?
Yes, I do.
All right, so whenever I have a false name, what I do is I have them put their absolute full legal correct name on the record and spell it. So you're gonna do that. So first, middle, last, whatever goes in there, and spell each one of them as you go. Go ahead.
Sky, Skye, Shay, Shea, Hillary, 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 Hudson, Hudson.
All right, and your date of birth?
11/10/1997.
Okay. All right, so on that day, did you give a name that was different than that name you just gave me?
Yes, sir.
All right, and did you operate your motor vehicle without a valid license on that day?
Yes, I did.
All right, that's that's the factual basis on 9/14. Moving on to 9/15. Do you stipulate, Ms. Porter, to the factual basis for the suspended license charge from 5/27/25 here in Spalding County,
Yes, Your Honor.
as well as the additional false name charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hudson, do you wish to enter a guilty plea to that suspended license charge,
Yes, sir, I do.
as well as that false name charge, both of which from 5/27/25?
Yes, I do.
All right, moving on to the last case. Ms. Porter, do you stipulate there's a factual basis to support this suspended license charge in 25 SR 916 from 5/26/25 here in Spalding County,
Yes, Your Honor.
as well as that false name charge count 2?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Hudson, do you wish to enter a guilty plea to that suspended license charge,
Yes, sir, I do.
as well as that false name charge?
Yes, sir, I do.
Both of those are from 5/26/25. Okay, I find that between between Ms. Porter's stipulations to the factual bases combined with Ms. Hudson's request to enter guilty pleas, except for the one nolo, that everything here is proper, and I'm going to grant it. I'm going to find that you're knowingly, voluntarily, and intelligently waiving your rights in entering this plea. I've reviewed the recommendation. In fact, Ms. Porter and Ms. Sexton reviewed this extensively with me because there is a lot of moving parts here, ma'am.
Yeah.
And they reviewed it with me extensively prior to this plea. So I've already gone through it fully with your attorney and the state, and I'm going to follow it exactly the way it's been presented.
Okay.
Ms. Porter, the floor is yours if you wish to add anything at all.
Your Honor, we just want to, one, say thank you to the court for assisting us with getting this resolved. Also, Ms. Hudson wanted me to apologize to the court on her behalf. I know that she's missed a few court dates. That was not intentional. And again, we appreciate the leniency the court has shown today. As we would just normally ask that you accept the plea as the recommendation states, which you said you would. And we just, again, thank you for your assistance today, Judge.
Okay, I'm happy to help. Ready, Ms. Hudson?
Yes.
Any questions before I sentence?
No.
Okay, here we go. Sky Hudson, starting with 25 SR 0691. That's case number 1. Count 1, reckless driving. I find you guilty. It's 12 months probation. $1,695 is your fine. Count 2, suspended license. I'm granting your NOLO. That's an additional 12 months probation consecutive. $750 is your fine. I'm just going to say all other charges and all other cases that are not specifically sentenced are dismissed or null pros. In this case, you have 24 months of probation. That does include 30 days in the jail. Is that going to be weekends or is that completed?
That's waived. I'm
Waived.
sorry, that should have been crossed out.
That's right.
That was attached to the DUI, Mom.
Oh, that makes sense. That's an easy fix. Okay, I've corrected that. All right, so 24 months probation, no jail time. All right, you will follow the mandatory special conditions, A through H on the top of your sentencing sheet here. This will go to e-report after your first appointment. You will obtain and present a driver's license within 9 months of today or as soon as allowed by Georgia law. We think it's about 6 months is what's going to be the actual suspension, but none of us make that final decision. DDS makes that final decision. All right, 40 hours of community service work at 6 hours per week or more. You're going to complete a substance abuse evaluation. You're going to complete DUI school within 60 days. And that closes out this sentence on 25 SR 691. All right, moving on to 914, driving without a valid license. Guilty, 12 months, $750 is your fine. Count 2, false name. Guilty, 12 months consecutive, $590 is your fine. So that puts your total sentence so far at 48 months. 24 on the first case plus 24 on the second case. This is consecutive to 25 SR 691. Again, follow the probation conditions. May also be on e-report as long as you're in compliance and you need to show a valid license to sentence enforcement. Anything not successfully completed in one case will automatically carry over to the next case. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Moving on to your third case, 25 SR 915. On count 1, suspended license, I'm going to find you guilty. Count 2, guilty, 12 months, $750 is your fine. Count 2, false name, guilty, 12 months, $590 is your fine. That's a total of 12 months of probation. And this entire case is consecutive to 25 SR 914. Again, e-report is granted. This case may go to non-report the moment you've satisfied your obligations to the court. So as you can see, we've got you 48 months in, and I'm giving you an exit ramp to let you start moving your way out of our world. Because I do see and I do respect that all of these occurred with one obviously very difficult 6-month period of your life.
Right.
But it wasn't long enough ago where I feel confident that we've turned the corner. I want to see that. And
Right.
I'm trusting we will see it. And I'm excited for the path that you've chosen. I just want to make certain that you follow that through. Okay.
Understood.
All right. Last sentence, 25 SR 916. This is case number 4. Count 1, suspended license, guilty, 12 months, 750 is your fine. Count 2, false name, guilty, 12 months, 590 is your fine. This is consecutive to 25 SR 915 and is a total of 12 months probation. Again, e-report is available, but this one may terminate the moment you've satisfied your obligation. So as you can see, the last one was non-report.
Right.
This one's terminate. So each one gets better, but I also need to warn you, and this is my job to say awkward things like this out loud, that this can also get much worse. So these last 2 cases by operation of Georgia law are what are called high and aggravated misdemeanors. So this is either going to go really, really well or really, really badly. If you get revoked, I'm required to tell you that on these last 2 cases, if you receive any jail time whatsoever, the sheriff may not give you more than 4 days of credit per month. So think of it as each month you would have to do 26 months of probation. I'm trusting we will, or 26 days of sentence in the jail. I'm trusting we will not have to cross that bridge. I'm trusting that you will use the resources from the sentence enforcement team to get yourself back on track, and ask for any help that you need. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. You have 30 days from today if you wish to appeal this decision. You have, these are all driving offenses. You have 6 months from today if you wish to use your habeas rights. Anything else, Ms. Porter?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, sir. Thank
All
you.
right. If you two will just wait by that door back there, the bailiffs will come back. They'll give you your paperwork, give you your next set of instructions, and good luck to you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Porter, you need anything else? All right. It's great to have you here.
You too, thank you.
Thank you. Okay. All right. My plan at this point, do you have anything else that you need me to hear with you?
No, I have a pre-trial for Mr. Titus Hightower, where there's a petition for revocation,
Okay.
and the petition is totally with merit. However, I can either talk about this in open court, or I can ask I'd like to ask your guidance on this, if you don't mind.
Sure.
In chambers.
All right, that sounds fine. Let me, so let's just have him sit tight. We'll tackle a few of these others and then,
Yeah.
you and I'll chat just a minute. All right, so that covers that. All right, Director Matthews, my plan was to hand you the rest of the calendar and let you, all did you stuff fit? Does that work for you?
Do you want to deal with the virtual?
Yes, I do.
That way, I think you see how I want.
I think I've left him there long enough. Mr. Deweese, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Deweese, I have pulled the screen down, and if you will turn your camera back on there and
Yes,
tell
sir.
me what it is you are looking for from me today.
Yes, sir. First off, thank you for hearing from me this morning, sir. So I'm actually looking for a probation modification hearing, sir.
Okay. And what would you like modified?
Well, sir, so, on one of my, so I've met all the requirements for my probation and, paid it and whatnot, but, so one of my requirements was to, get my driver's license back. And, my problem is, sir, I haven't had a driver's license in a while, and I really don't think I'm ever gonna have one back. Sorry, excuse me. I apologize, sir.
It's all
I
right.
didn't realize my glasses were on too. I looked at the camera.
It's okay. So you want the license requirement waived?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Is there anything else you're looking for from me?
No, sir.
Okay. And you're saying you haven't had a license in a really, really long time?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
I mean, I gotta gently push back and say this is a suspended license charge. Like, so I guess I'm curious as to that. I'm okay with this when it's like, you know, frankly, folks who I know for a fact are not going to drive because they have people to drive them. I mean, how am I I need some, and I'm not telling you I'm going to grant this, but I'm just saying before I'm even willing to have this conversation with you, I need some reassurance that I'm not going to end up with another suspended license and egg on my face because I'm waiving this requirement that you should get a license.
Yes, sir. I thank you, sir. And, well, I mean, the only reason I was driving that day is, what happened was, so we was trying to run our own business and, anyway, what happened was, my wife picked up a new truck and it was getting transported and I was just following her and my tag blew off my trailer and that's why I got pulled over. And I've learned my lesson from it, to tell you the truth, Your Honor. I
Okay.
wish I would have never done it. I mean, it's caused me more problem and the probation and I got a ride coming to work every day and taking me home, and that's $75 a week. And I mean, it's I've learned to live my life this way, either catching a bus or walking. And I
All
mean,
right, let me stop you. Let me stop you. So, I mean, why don't you want to put that effort in and get that license back, considering the financial penalties you're having to go through every day without a license?
Well, sir, I mean, I ain't got that kind of money, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, just
Hold
to
on
be
just 1
honest
second.
with
What
you.
state are you in?
Yes, sir. South Carolina.
Okay, thank you. Has
Yes,
he
sir.
given you any sort of?
He has, and then I've given it to you and you reviewed it in chambers and you weren't willing to remove the condition.
Okay,
And so,
then we're here.
yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So,
I have it pulled up on my laptop if you'd like to review
Yeah.
it again.
I just don't.
Of course. I'll just give you the laptop. He alleges that he has like a $12,000 fine or something. I told Savannah to have him turn that in, but we didn't receive. We just
Oh, that's what it was. I wanted more. Yeah. Okay. This is kind of tricky. All right. So I have a very vague memory of this case, very vague. So don't rely on that. But that I reviewed your driver's history back in chambers. You sent it in. I reviewed it. I did not think there was enough information for me to waive it. You told sentence enforcement that you have some sort of major monetary fine or penalty that must be paid somewhere. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I got to go through classes and all that again, reinstatement and all that. To be honest, I think and probably SR 22 too. But
No, but there
yes,
was a
sir.
financial sum. There was some sort of massive financial sum that was due. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I don't want to lie to you. I ain't got the paperwork in front of me, but it's a high number. Yes, sir. It's 8 to 12,000 to get it all taken care of, I believe.
Yeah, we don't have proof. We don't have written proof of that. When you sent it in, you didn't send that in. And so when I reviewed it, I didn't take any consideration of that fact. So,
Yes, sir.
okay. Anything else, Mr. DeWeese?
No, sir.
Okay, so the answer is, this is the second time you've come to the court and you've not given us the information I need to make a full decision. So, because you sent it in, but you didn't send in everything, they requested it. You put it on for this hearing and I'm here. So hear me say, I'm denying your motion for now, but I'm telling you again, all you've got to do to probably get what you want is do what they're asking you to do and give us that paperwork. Because if what you're saying is correct, I very well may grant it, but I'm not going to take your word for it.
Yeah, yes, sir. I sent in everything I could get from the DMV,
Okay.
from our
Yeah,
DMV.
he's alleging that there's no more paperwork that can be turned in.
I mean, then how are you going to, I mean, if you're alleging there's no more paperwork, how am I supposed to find out there's $12,000 somewhere?
I mean, do I'm asking your guidance, Your Honor. Should I send in my 10-year MVR or
Yes.
I don't know.
Sure, send that in. But you're saying $12,000 and I'm saying, show me. That's all I'm saying. Miss
Yes,
Sexton has
sir.
her hand up. Hold on. Go ahead, Miss Sexton. You have a say here.
Is this possibly a child support in arrears because then you don't get your license?
I don't know because he hadn't provided it. So, I mean, that's our problem is he's telling us a number that we can't confirm with his paperwork. So is this a child support recovery issue?
No, sir.
Okay, then we're back to square one. Okay, we're back to square one. Again, we're telling you what we need and you're not giving it to us. if you want us to consider it, you need to give us what we need, which is something that shows that you owe $12,000 or whatever that number is to
Yes,
somewhere,
sir.
and I'll consider it at that time.
Yes, sir. One more, question before we go, sir. So this means I'm still on probation? I mean, I still got to pay another monthly fee?
Yeah, that was never on the table. You didn't ask me. Yeah, you're still on probation, is that right? Yeah, so, yeah, that wasn't part of what was being asked. You were asking me today about your license. So,
Yes, sir. That's what yes, sir. That was the requirement, one of the requirements on my probation, and I've met every other requirement. It's just, I can't get my license back.
okay. And I'm just asking you to give them the paperwork they're asking for so that I can grant this, close this case and let you move on with your life. But I'm not
Yes, sir.
taking your word for it.
Yes, sir. So when I do get the information, or however I'm going to get it, do I need to retrial for a probation or retry for a probation hearing modification, or just send it to my probation officer or the
Send
clerk
it to
of
your,
courts, or?
send it to your probation officer. Again, they've already sent it to me and I reviewed it in chambers and said no. And instead of getting the paperwork and sending it in, you requested a hearing. And you really should have focused on getting that paperwork and getting it sent into them, because I was perfectly comfortable granting it from chambers if I had it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't think I understood what, I just don't think I understood. I think what
Do you
happened was
understand now?
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
understand. So don't even just send it to my probation officer and let her handle it. But that's the whole reason I set up the hearing, is because she told me to set up a probation modification hearing.
Well, that's their job to
About
give
this
you
issue.
access to the courtroom so that you have access to me directly, and you have access to me directly, and I'm telling you to go do the thing they told you to do.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna move on to the next. I've scrubbed this baby clean with you and I'm done. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you
sir.
very much.
Have
You
a
may
blessed
remove
day.
yourself from the system.
Thank you, sir. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Okay. He'll do it or he won't. So. All right, Director Matthews, the courtroom is yours counter's yours to call as you see fit with the rest, working with the state.
Jacoby Jones.
All right, Jones, come on up. All right, Mr. Jones, good morning.
Good morning.
All right, appreciate you dressing up for court today. So
Thank you.
raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, take your hand down. State your full name for me.
Jacoby Quintet Jones.
All right, and you have family here with you?
My mom.
Come on up, ma'am. You can sit at the table behind him. So, all right, how old are you, young man?
23.
23. Excellent. All right, so Mr. Jones, I'm gonna swear your mom in when she comes up, just in case she ends up saying something. Ma'am, as you come around, just raise your right hand for me. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, nice and loud. Take your hand down and state your full name, because you don't have one of Terry's special mics in front of you.
Maxine,
Maxine? And,
Maxine,
and what's your last name?
Roussaw, Russsaw.
RAUSSAW. All right, thank you. I don't expect to hear from you, so grab a seat and we're gonna leave that up there. And then we're back to you, Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, this is your motion to modify your probation. Tell me what you want me to do today. What does a successful hearing look like to you?
Basically, all I want is, like, can I get out probation early?
Okay, so you're looking for early termination.
Yes, sir.
All right. Are you looking for anything else from me?
No, sir.
All right, what I'm gonna do then is you sit tight. I'm gonna hear from Director Matthews as to where you've been, how you doing. I'll ask her a couple of follow-up questions, and then you'll get a chance to ask her some questions too, and then we'll move forward into this, okay? All
Okay.
right, so you stay right there. Director Matthews, if you'll fill us in.
Judge, this is a 12-month no early termination, high and aggravated, simple assault case. He had 20 hours community service. He has no contact with a Marcus Rossau. And he has had random drug screens. Judge, I spoke to Mr. Jones. His dad comes in, reports with him, and I actually suggested that he schedule this hearing to come before you.
Okay.
Mr. Jones has been a model probationer. We've had no issues out of him. He's been very compliant, passed all of his drug screens. Right now, he does have a small balance on his court fine. It's $65.68.
Okay. And that's the only thing left outstanding?
Yeah, unless he would to stay on probation, he'd have future probation fees.
Sure. When does that roll?
He has 111 days remaining right now. His next set of fees will be added on April the 9th.
Okay. But right now it's no early termination.
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, so would terminate upon completion, give him the ability to close that last little bit,
Yes, sir.
and get it closed?
Mhm.
Okay, all right, so what she just told me is that you've been doing a great job. So great job doing a great job. How about that? So this is exactly the kind of hearings I live for. So, folks come in, frankly, you had a very serious mess. I put you on some pretty intensive probation. It was high and aggravated. You did it. Like you stepped up and you did it. And that's the stuff my judicial dreams are made of. So congratulations. What I'm going to do is I'm making one small change. So I'm moving you from no early termination to terminate upon completion. You still have a little bit to go to finish up getting your boxes checked. But what it is now you have the keys to freedom in your hand. So the moment you've satisfied your obligations, your case will close and you'll put us in your rearview mirror and I'll just see at Walmart and not in here. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Does he have a next report date with y'all?
I believe I gave it
Do you have a next report date already?
April 8th.
Oh,
April.
yeah.
And that's before the next, yeah, so try to get it all done by April 8th, and then you won't have to pay the next month's supervision, because remember, each month, a supervision fee is added, so don't let that get added, or then you gotta go do that too, okay?
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Mr. Jones, anything else?
No, sir.
Mom, any questions?
No.
All right, you two are good to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay.
Cedric Evans.
All right, Mr. Evans, if you please raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about giving this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
All right, take your hand down. State your full name for me.
Cedric Lamont Evans Jr.
All right, Mr. Evans, you were here today on 23 SR 0991. You're here today because your sentence enforcement supervisors filed paperwork with me alleging that you're out of compliance with your probation. Do you understand why you're here today?
Yes.
Do you have the right to have an attorney represent you, and you're here representing yourself. Is that what you want to do?
Yes.
Any questions for me about anything?
No.
All right, you're very soft-spoken. I'm having a little trouble hearing you,
No.
and I'm watching Terry squint at you, so she's having trouble hearing you too. So Terry right here is recording our conversation,
Yes.
and she's talking in that mask because she's trying to make a record to protect you.
Mhm.
So her sitting there is to protect you, not me. So just make certain you speak up nice and loud so that we can create a record
Yes, sir.
that protects you. Excellent. Good job on that. All right, then, so what I'm going to do is do you have a recommendation or no? Okay. So Director Matthews is going to read out a few things and then I'm going to ask you a couple of follow-up questions. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. You just stand right there.
Judge, on 23 SR 1991, the defendant is alleged to have violated the terms and conditions of probation in the following. The defendant has failed to report to probation as ordered, having missed 2 out of 4 online appointments. The defendant's failed to pay the court fine and fees as ordered, or use community service work to get caught up, being in arrears $679 as of the date the petition was drafted. The defendant's failed to complete community service work as ordered, having turned in 0 out of 20 hours. Judge, I gave him a recommendation. He did not agree with the recommendation. I can state it on the record if you would like.
I would. Thank you.
The recommendation was for him to report in person monthly payments of $89 a month, to complete his 20 hours of court-ordered community service by April the 22nd of 2026, to convert his court fine to 162 hours at 10 hours per week. All of those hours would be due by August 12th of 2026. He'd be on 0 tolerance for the duration of probation. His next report date would be March 25th of 2026 between the hours of 1 and 5. He would need to turn in proof of a valid driver's license by July 28, 2026. or if he's unable to obtain them by that deadline, to turn in documentation, such as a detailed suspension report from the Department of Driver Services.
All right. My questions off of that, Mr. Evans, are you've been alleged to have missed report dates, getting behind on your fines and fees, and not using community service work or other options to get it caught up, and that you failed to turn in your community service work hours. Do you admit or deny those allegations?
Yes, I've been calling my PO and I've been emailing. She never called me or emails back.
Okay, but what's your answer to my question?
What question?
Okay. I'm gonna do this one more time and then I'm gonna mark it as a denial and we're gonna have a full-scale hearing. You're charged with missing your report dates. You're charged with failing to get your fines and fees taken care of, either by community service work or whatnot. And you're charged with failing to turn in your community service work hours that were ordered. Do you admit or deny those allegations?
I've been trying to get in contact with my PO, like for my fines stuff, my community service,
All right, so I'm gonna mark those as denials. We're gonna do a full-scale hearing and I'm just gonna sort it out. Grab a seat right there at the first table. And we'll hear about this thing with you trying to talk to your PO. Okay, so I'm gonna put that I asked him twice what the answers were and that both times I did not get a clear answer that I could take action on. Therefore, I am marking these as a denial and I will make my own independent decision. Mr. Evans, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have this hearing. At the end of this hearing, a couple of things are gonna happen. Either, Dwayne, if you'll grab Terry's mic and set it down there on his table. Is that what you want, Terry? You should be okay. Hold on, Dwayne. She says it's fine. Okay. All right, perfect. All right. Mr. Evans, what's about to happen is we're about to have a full-scale hearing on your allegations for revocation. If I decide that you have violated your probation, I can revoke up to 222 days. I might be limited to 120. I'll take a look at that in a minute. If I decide you have not violated your probation, I will simply return you to regular probation. All right. Do you have family here with you?
my mom.
She's welcome to come sit with you at the table if she wants. So, all right. Do you understand what's about to happen?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What's going to happen first is Director Matthews is going to testify about each of these allegations. At that point, once she's finished, you will have an opportunity to ask her any questions that you may want. Do you understand that you'll have a chance to ask questions?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay. Director Matthews, and Ms. Sexton may have questions as well. So I just thought I'd say out loud that you may hear from Ms. Sexton. She represents the state of Georgia. She's our solicitor. All right. Actually, I'm just gonna hand it to you, Ms. Sexton. So off you go.
So with particularity, Ms. Matthews, can you talk to me about the dates that he failed to show?
He was an online reporter. So his two missed online reports are January 15th and February 15th.
And do you have any records of any emails received regarding the missing of those dates? Any kind of explanation or?
I don't quickly see any from Mr. Evans. I do see where we reached out via email in regards to those missed appointments to him.
And Mr. Evans would know that he could email you regarding any explanation or discussion regarding those mixed dates. Is that true?
I would assume so.
Okay. Can you elaborate on the failure to pay the $679 fees as of the date of your report?
His payment plan based off the 12 months would have been $226.50 each month. He's been on for 143 days. And as of the date that we prepared the paperwork, he's only made a payment of $277. That was one payment made in December.
And do your records reflect any emails from the defendant regarding the issue of payment?
Emails now.
Do your records reflect any communication with him regarding his failure to complete community service hours?
If you'll give me a moment.
Of course.
I do not see any from the defendant. We did have a conversation with his mother in regards to financials where she advised us that he did not have the ability to pay and that we discussed with her that he has the option to convert the fine if he can't pay. But we've got to get the court ordered hours completed first.
All right. And you presented a consent order to the defendant, is that correct?
Correct.
And the consent order, in essence, was an attempt to bring the fines into compliance, the community service into compliance, and his failing to report into compliance.
Yes, ma'am.
The state doesn't have any more questions of Ms. Matthews at this time.
All right, thank you. Mr. Evans, you may ask Director Matthews any questions that you want to ask her that might bring out information you think would be helpful to me in making my decision. So this is not the time to make a statement, but if you have any questions you want to ask Director Matthews, or where you think I might want to know the answer, this is your opportunity to ask those questions. And you can go ahead.
I tried to go back and talk to her to agree, but she never called me back there.
Okay. Let's just call that a question.
Judge, the way that you instruct me to handle these is if they're not a yes on the first pass, is just allow them to come before you to discuss. I also did not have a moment to get back to circle back today, even if I wanted to. I worked on cases up until you took the bench back.
Okay, so he was presented with it and didn't sign it. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Judge.
This morning?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. All right, ask your next question. If you have any. I just want to make certain you have a chance. You can talk to your mom if you want to talk to your mom quietly. She may have a question she wants you to ask. I'm just trying to make certain everybody has a moment.
I don't have no transportation. I got no job in it.
I didn't catch that. Lean back just a little bit from the mic. You're feeding back a
My
little bit.
bad. I said I don't have no transportation, no ride. My license suspended, so I got no job to pay the fine. I'm cool saying all that.
I hear you saying that. I hear you saying that. Okay. All right. Ms. Sexton, anything else with Director Matthews?
No, Your Honor, I think we've summed it up.
Okay. Y'all rest.
State rest, Your
All
Honor.
right. Mr. Evans, the state is rested, which means it's your turn. I need to be very clear with you. You're under zero obligation to give any testimony. And if you choose not to give testimony, I will not hold that against you. Do you understand that you have the right to remain silent? Yes?
Yes.
Excellent. Do you understand that if you wish to testify, I'll just let you stay right there. You'll testify and tell me what you want me to know. But then Ms. Sexton will ask you questions and you will be required to answer those questions. Do you understand that if you choose to testify, that's what that looks like?
Yes.
And that you can call witnesses to testify, such as your mom, if you thought that would be helpful, that you have that opportunity at this point. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for me about what your options are at this moment that I can clarify for you?
After the officer she gave me.
No, that's gone. The whole point of that is for before we get to this point. I'm making my own decision now. And to be fair, I'm gonna push back on you and go, I had you up here and I asked you twice if you wanted to move to get this thing resolved, and I couldn't get an answer out of you that I could rely on. So like I even tried to move it in that direction gently and I was unsuccessful. So they were unsuccessful in moving it in that direction. I was unsuccessful in moving in that direction. So we're in a full scale hearing now because no one was successful in getting you to move in that direction. And I'm only saying that because of the question you just asked me. I don't have a preference as to what direction you move your case in. Okay? Do you wish to testify or remain silent?
I remain silent.
Okay. All right. Do you wish to call any witnesses to testify on your behalf before your opportunity closes?
Yes.
All right. Who do you want to call?
Mama.
All right, ma'am, raise your right hand and grab the mic from your son. Terry's for you. Good, Terry? Okay, stop me if this doesn't work. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, take your hand down. You can have a seat. Just stay close to that mic and state your name now, nice and loud and clear.
My name's Monica Evans.
All right, you said Amanda Evans?
Monica.
Spell it for me.
Monica.
Oh, sorry,
Evans,
thank you.
Evans.
And you're his mom?
Yes.
Okay, no, got it. All right. The way this normally works is he would ask you questions, and then you would answer those questions. That's the formal way of it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let you tell me what you want me to know. I'm going to let him ask some follow-up questions if he thinks you haven't covered what he wants you to cover. And then Ms. Sexton is going to ask you some questions if she chooses. Do you understand? We're going to do this in kind of 3 phases.
Yes.
All right. So be nice and slow and loud because again, Miss Terry is taking down our conversation here to protect your son. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes, I just want to say, his phone was messed up, and so that's why I was trying to call the PO to tell him. So I was actually trying to sign the meeting. So that was my fault that I missed for February because I thought I clicked on it and like every time I signed the meeting, I explained to her like why he couldn't pay the money, why he couldn't do community service. Cause we don't have a car because we've been going through hardship too. So
Yes.
and I went up there to try to talk to the PO to let her know everything was going on. Cause he don't really understand everything what be going on. So I be had to talk to him sometimes. So half the time he don't know what be going on. He just agreed to it because he don't know.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I tried to get in touch with the PO. I left her numerous voicemail. She never returned my call. I was trying to explain to her like what was going on with us, like financial and stuff. Because I paid his first fine for him and I paid for his DUI class, but I don't have that type of money like to keep paying the money because we going through hardship ourselves.
I respect that. So, all right. Anything else you want me to know from your end before we go to the next phase?
No, sir.
Do you have any questions you want to ask her on things you wanted her to say that she didn't say?
Sir.
Do you have any questions you want to ask her, Ms. Sexton?
The only question I have is, did you, during your attempts to communicate with probation, did you ever email them?
Yes, I tried. She said she was going to email me. I gave her my email, but she never emailed me because I told her my son phone at the time was messed up and I told her he couldn't get into the email. I told her it was cracked and I said I couldn't have a way to get it fixed right now. So that's why I told her, could she communicate through me with my email? So when I reported and signed to me, I explained to her everything going on. I put my email in it too and I would tell her like everything what was going on with this, but I never heard that back from her.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Ma'am, anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. Mr. Evans, do you have any other witnesses you wish to call? No. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to mark you as resting, closing your case. Is that a fair thing for me to say? That you're done presenting any of your evidence? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any rebuttal? Okay. All right. Then the evidence is closed. Oh, man. Okay. The issue before the court is, we'll do closings. Do you want to sum anything up for me?
No, you're not.
Okay. Do you want to sum up anything that you want me to think about when I'm making my decision? No? Okay. He shook his head no. Okay. Then the evidence, as I've heard, is that in 23 SR 0991, Mr. Evans entered a plea to reckless driving and insurance back on October 28th of 2025. I do feel the need to point out that in this case, before the case was resolved, he did miss court. I did issue a bench warrant. I lifted that bench warrant, and he reset his case. So I'm just saying, this is not our first bump into each other moment. In that case, he received a fine. He got several charges dismissed. It was a terminated 3 months case, which means that he could have closed this case a hot minute ago. And that he needed to complete a defensive driving school, which I need to be very clear and I need to communicate very, very clearly that we are, unless it's restitution, we are never a cash only court unless it's restitution. And there's no restitution in this case. And so I just want to make certain that it's clear that our team makes it very clear with people that when they have financial obligations to the court, those financial obligations can be resolved in a number of different ways. They can potentially, some of these financial obligations can be waived, such as the monthly supervision fees. The fine can be waived by doing community service work, but we can't do that until the original community service work of 20 hours is complete, which of course, that's one of the allegations here. So we couldn't even get to that to be offered. And so I'll also point out that I mean, this, I get that they're saying that, and I respect the fact that Ms. Evans is saying that, you know, him missing those two was something that she was responsible for. And I respect the fact that, you know, she's saying that's it. And so even if I were to though excuse those two issues, so let's say, for example, I take Ms. Evans' testimony and I find it credible and proper, and it only removes count 1 from this petition. It does not address counts 2 or 3. And so I'm just going to give Miss Evans the respect that she deserves for coming up and being brave. So I'm going to mark number 1 off. And that's just out of respect to show Miss Evans, but that still leaves me with 2 and 3, which is that he got behind on his fines and fees and didn't take action to get it fixed. And then he also didn't do his community service work. So I don't know. I'm still not understanding why we just had a full scale hearing on this. I feel like the recommendation from the state was pretty reasonable, and it gave him the opportunity to get it back on track. I'm also seeing this bench warrant that had to get issued and then resolved. I'm seeing that this plea was back in October and we're here and it's not working. So I don't know. I'm not really feeling like this is a candidate for probation. This gentleman is a candidate for probation moving forward. So I'm not seeing it. So this is not working for me. So here's what we're going to do. How many days does he have left?
He has 222.
Okay. Is this high and aggravated or anything?
No, sir.
Okay, so it's just standard
Yes, sir.
everything? Okay. All right, Mr. Evans, this is not working for me. I'm revoking 120 days to the Spalding County Jail and I'm terminating the balance. All the fines are zeroed. All the fees are zeroed. Everything else is zeroed. So he's going to go through. The sheriff will release him whenever the sheriff determines that he has served enough time. That's not a decision I'm allowed to make. But either way, I don't see a pathway where this gets better moving forward. So that's it. This case is officially closed. 120 days, terminate the balance, everything zeroed out. There's no consecutive cases or anything else. And that means you're finished with me altogether. And again, the sheriff will decide what the good time credit is. And they will let you know as soon as they book him in, and they'll calculate that out and they'll let him know.
Yeah,
So-
could I speak on that bench one? That bench one, they had nothing to do with that case. It was
We're
for
gonna
a
beg,
ticket.
we're just gonna have to agree to disagree on that because I'm looking at it in my own file. So, okay, thank you, Miss Evans.
But it was a ticket for speeding ticket. Yeah, they had nothing to do with that the regular driving case.
I know. And again, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree because I'm looking at it in my docket. So, all right, thank you very much. All right, Evans is close.
Judge, by my record, I think we just have Mr. Hightower left for my stuff that Miss Simpson wanted to speak to you in regards to.
Okay, come on up. Yeah, come on up.
Mhm.
All right.
How you doing, sir?
Doing well. I just want you to know that we're on record. I'm gonna place you under oath. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do, sir.
All right. Give me just a minute. I'm pulling your case up.
Yes.
Am I correct that you've never had another case in this court before, or this courthouse?
No, sir.
If you've ever had any other, there's no other cases you've ever had, you're good? This is the first case you, let me ask a better question to get a better answer.
Yes.
Is this the first case you've ever had in this court?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're on the same page. Oh, I see. You missed your jury trial. All right, Mark Wingfield. Okay. So, you should know my goal here is to get those handcuffs off of you. What I'm struggling with is that you've only missed one court date, but it was your jury trial.
Yes.
And so, but you've never had another case with me before. Why'd you miss your jury trial?
I came in late, and you said don't come back late again. Something like that, sir.
Okay. And I have to admit, it took a lot of courage to walk in here to the belly of the beast, knowing that you had a warrant and knowing they'd put cuffs on you and knowing I might not let you back out the door. So I do have a bit of respect for that.
Yes. Thanks, sir.
It's a shoplifting case and a drug-related object. What's the next calendar? What's the next trial calendar we could put him on? That's fine. That's good. So, all right, y'all can take cuffs off of him. Okay. All right, so, I'm going to honor the courage it took to walk in here to this place, knowing that I don't owe you a release and ask for a release. And
Yes,
so I'm respecting that.
Yes, sir.
What I'm going to do is you also need to go apply with the public defender's office
Yes, sir.
or get an attorney.
Yes, sir.
So you're about to sign a reset notice with the bailiffs. So I'm gonna have you have a seat on this front row back here. They're gonna have you sign a reset notice. It's got the address for the public defender's office. You're gonna leave this courthouse, you're gonna go straight there and you're gonna sign up with them.
Sir, yes, sir.
I also need to say that this is the only time you will receive any mercy from me on being late or missing any court dates.
Yes, sir.
So from this moment forward, be early.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Do you have any questions for me about anything?
Sir, no, sir.
Okay, then, so Dwayne right here is gonna wave you to wherever he wants you to be. Follow him. And again, I'm respecting the courage it took to walk in here knowing I didn't know anything to you. Thank you very much. We're done. I was wrapping up. We're good.
I'll be right back, Your Honor.
Sure. Okay, so I think we only have Hightower left. Is that right? What else do we have? Okay. His case number, Wingfield's, was 23 SR 0664. It's a shoplifting. There's a warrant from 4/28/25. So, all right, well then I'm gonna put us just at ease until we get the last little bit here, and then we'll wrap it up. All right, we're at ease, everybody.